How are you doing?
Hello, how are you, Geena? Welcome to our office. My father also was having a retail shop. So he asked us, either you wish to study or you have to join the shop. There was only two options. He is our first employee. When I started he's associated since 91.
So how do you approach a client?
It's a very unique thing. In India, there is not a single CA firm which says, I don't have an Indian customer. The average age of the entire employee is not more than 30. So, Geena, this is our library room. We also call it as a war room, which is the new age team. Ayush, Doshi and Rohan, Shah. But they say they want to learn FEMA. Can you please come? I said yes.
So for each partner in your firm, give me a nice emoji. Hello everyone and welcome to Inside a CA Firm. We are in Mumbai city, the city of dreams. And I'm your host, Geena Bharwani. I'll take you through a journey of borderless finances with Hinesh R, Doshi and Company LLP. Let's get into the firm where we understand what is their magic touch and their expertise as they have long-lasting relationships with clients across 14 plus countries. Hi, can I meet Mr. Doshi?
Hello, how are you, Geena? Welcome to our office. It's our pleasure and our privilege that you are here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, Mr. Doshi. Would you have a seat so that we can start our conversation?
Sure, please, you can sit here.
So, Mr. Doshi, tell me all about yourself. How did you start off with your CA? What got you into it?
See, we are actually a business family. Maybe my great-grandfather, my grandfather, they were all businessmen. My father also was having a retail shop in Mumbai. So he asked us, either you wish to study or you have to join the shop. There was only two options. To all the cousins of mine, my father had 4 brothers. All of us decided we'll be professionals. And finally, I started the firm in 1991, having joined CA. Qualified in 89, worked with a CA firm, gained experience, and 91 I joined. So that's the starting journey and why I am a CA.
So what was your journey like when you started off the firm?
See, typically during our time, we had only 2 things to do: accounting, taxation, and audit. Somehow I thought, let us do something. We are dealing with some foreign entities, foreign customers. So the only way was at that time FERA, right? So we thought, okay, let's try entry strategies for foreign companies to come to India.
You set up your office in 1991 and then after that, how did, tell me about your first employee that you had.
So I started in 91 in the same shop where my father was having it actually. So I had no money at that time. So my father said, this shop is available. As it is, we are going to close in 88. Why don't you use this till you find your own place? So it was in Kalbadevi. So I moved there. For 4 years, I operated from that shop. I had very few customers. But customers are all friends and relatives only, who were trying to see whether I am able to practice for a long time. So they gave one file, then slowly one more file. For work for 5 years. Then where I was working for 2 years, one of the peon had joined, young boy. I told him, I am just starting my practice. Why don't you join me? And he just immediately next day joined me. And even today, the employee is working with us and he's the oldest employee of the firm.
That shows a lot of integrity. The very fact that your first employee is still working with you.
You see the attrition ratio is almost 0 in our firm. If you see all my partners, my key employees, my peons, my admin team, my accounts team, this is their first and last job for everybody. We are very few firms where we have more than 60% women or female employees. And that's right from the beginning. We have maintained that stand. It is just not by design, it's just happening.
That's quite interesting, Hinesh ji. The very fact that it's been ongoing since 1991, where at that point of time, women empowerment was not heard of at that much, and it's very nice and refreshing to hear that. You said you started in 1991, right? So your first clientele, was it foreign?
Yeah, so it's very interesting story. A Japanese client who had just come to us for some TDS related consulting through somebody. They said, can you also provide us some international tax advice? We want a low deduction order, and one of the big four is charging some $10,000 for this service. Can you do it? We are ready to pay you $5,000. So I said, oh, fantastic. I would have not even charged them $500. Forget $5,000. 500 would have been a very big thing for me. So I said, yeah, why not? And I was already studying international tax at that time in 94, 95. So we said, yes, we'll do it. Within 2 weeks' time, we could get the same order at a better rate than what they were getting from another firm. And in fact, they gave me bonus of another $5,000. Saying that firm told us 3 months' time, you got us in 2 weeks at the rate lower than what they got, take this $10,000. So it was like a dream. Then we said, this is no looking back. Let's now focus on this area of practice. When client himself is so happy and he's encouraging us, money was not important, but encouragement was important.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
Can we
Please
head on
come.
to the tour?
I'll be very happy. So we have Mr. Ashish Mehta.
Hello, nice to meet you.
He is the young partner. As you must be not knowing, but the average age of the entire employee is not more than 30. I am the senior most. There are people who are 18. None of the partners are above 40. So he is our another partner, Mr. Hiresh Desai.
Hello, nice to meet you.
So he was our article clerk when he joined, and now he's with us since then, and he handles
19 years now.
Yeah.
I've been associate with
So she is our partner, Aarti Karwande.
Hello, nice to meet
She
you.
is the backbone of our office and with us since now 18 years. So this is our team, which is the new age team, Ayush, Doshi and
Hello,
Rohan,
nice to
Shah.
meet you.
They look after our new initiatives like a business advisory or valuation, liquidation. Those are the areas which they are exploring. Basically, outbound investment, looking after companies to set up offices abroad. This is their area of practice.
So you set up businesses abroad. How about what about the clients that are, looking to set up businesses in India? That also you
That's
cater
our
to?
original area of practice. In fact,
expertise.
Yeah, we are the only CA firm probably in India which has no Indian customer. So our entire clientele is foreign companies doing business in India. It's a very unique thing. In India, there is not a single CA firm which says, I don't have an Indian customer. People laugh at them.
So your timings and all of it must be all around the clock. How do you
Yeah,
manage
we start
that?
with Korea, which is 3.5 hours before timing. They open at 5:30 their time. Our time. They are already 8 o'clock. And US timing starts evening 6 o'clock, goes up to 10 o'clock. So we are always there from morning 8 till 11 for most of the client.
And so it's quite interesting because since you'll deal with so many countries, how exactly do you all reach out to your clients, because if there's any regulatory change as such?
A learning thing, like every month we have a knowledge update to the customer. Every Saturday we have a training program in-house Then there are webinars organized by various associations. Every staff is supposed to attend that. So that's where everybody, and we tell them, okay, you make this knowledge update and come to me. In that whole process, they learn and come with the subject. So I have with me my another partner, Mr. Ashish Saraf, and his focus area is on the GST. Again, he is with us for a very long time.
The very fact that I've just met 3 partners who
Right.
have been articles over here.
Correct. So, Geena, this is our library room. We also call it as a war room. The research and all is done here because they want a very peaceful area. They want an area where they are not disturbed. So the core team comes here. They debate. They argue. See here, this is a uniqueness. This is H, R, and D. You may not observe it, but when you see it very closely, it is my initials H, R, and D. So this is the architect's, innovation.
That's very unique and a very nice, insertion for like books and all of it.
Correct.
Yeah. You've engaged in a lot of speeches and public announcements as such, especially in FEMA and taxation and international taxation. So how do you keep up to that and bring it to your organization and have those?
See, basically, since almost now 20 years, I am a product of somebody teaching me. I've attended conferences where somebody has taught me. So now it's my turn to give back to the society what I've learned. I want others to also follow the same step. And most important, as a policy for last 25 years, if any CA comes to me for advice for his client, we never charge him any money. In fact, we guide him where he can do independently from his own. That's our firm policy.
That's so I can basically say that giving back is your first nature and being a chartered accountant is your second nature.
Yeah, because God is great. God has given us everything. I think I have to give back to my professional fraternity. That's more important. So this is our ever dynamic taxation team. They handle several expatriate taxes. We file more than 400 to 500 expatriate tax returns, and this is the team which handles this. And he is Mr. Siddesh, who handles also our events and our internal celebrations in the office.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to come back and ask you questions on the events aspect.
This is our admin and accounts team. So they are also with us for a very long time. He is one of the oldest employee. After the first person who joined, he is with us also again for a long time, handling our entire admin. She is our head of accounts. We fully rely on her. So this is our pantry area. You can see it's super clean, and that's how we have maintained for 7-8 years.
So all the chai pe charcha.
Chai pe charcha happens here and in the library.
It's interesting. It's nice. Pantry is always everyone's favorite.
Correct, true. This is our server room, where we have the state-of-the-art servers, cloud servers, and he is our first employee. When I started he is associated since 91. When I started, we both were same age.
So you've given a lot of lectures and seminars. Is there a specific one which it's really touched a chord while you were giving it? Is there a memory that you would like to share?
No, almost the seminars are almost the same. It doesn't matter. But whenever there is a student seminar, something is very close to my heart. I have seen conferences where there were 300 to 500 people. But somebody called me, there is a student seminar where only 40 people are there, and that also in Pune, right? Are you okay? Or there was a women seminar organized by the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, where there were only 30 participants. But they say they want to learn FEMA, can you please come? I said yes. I mean, these are special moments where we want to ensure that we go to such conferences.
So how do you approach a client? Could you give me a gist about it?
See, basically, up till now, we have never approached a single client.
Wow.
Not a single client. It's all word of mouth and recommendation by one client to the other. And they have just walked into our office saying, I want your appointment and this is the matter, please start from tomorrow. But this is the virtue, why I tell you, there is more important behind it, why it's like that. Our tagline is caring beyond imagination. And this tagline is the reason why we exist. We have no networking with anybody. We have nobody who can guide us, support us. It's purely our hard work and the dedication towards our client.
Your hard work and your dedication really shows in the way you speak too, and that's very...
In fact, a client gets a notice from tax office for some serious issue. We are more worried than the client. I mean, that's the kind of affection we build with the customer. In fact, he knows we will have sleepless nights, and he can be sure this is the kind of confidence all our clients have on us, and that's where we are succeeding.
So they have a good night's sleep knowing that Hinesh R, Doshi and company.
Our firm will be working for them anytime. They need not worry any point of time.
All right, that's very interesting. I noticed one thing. You all have a lot of Buddha statues across your office.
Actually, I have done Vipassana myself.
Oh, okay.
2 times. Even my family members have done it. So it gives some sense of calmness and helps us to think. I think that's where you find Buddha statues.
There's a lot of peace and calmness while you all are dealing with clients.
That's how when we were in this office, we ensured everywhere there are trees, greenery, and plus we are in the city center, so everything helps us.
So you all maintain the calmness when there's a storm inside.
Correct, absolutely.
That's quite interesting. So talking about calmness and storm, I would love to meet the young articles that bubble with fire when they enter and they want to learn so much.
Sure. It will be my pleasure to take you to the area where young people are talking or debating. Come.
Definitely.
Please come. So this is the glass which I was saying, the insulated.
Oh, the insulated glass, yes.
Glass and the soundproof mechanism with carpets, with straw board for best acoustic. That's what we build. Everything on automation, all one touch. Basically, that's the whole idea. With eco-friendly type plus acoustic is what we have done.
So a little birdie told me that you all have a tradition of celebrating Navratri over here, right? So what's the upcoming dress code? How do you all decide on it, and who does all the garba around the office? So tell me all about that.
Yeah, Navratri is very much excited for everyone in the firm, and it's celebrated like Aarti ma'am specifically. She is much more excited, and we celebrate all the days. Color code is being followed in our firm, and one day we keep to play garba in the take a round. We play music and everything after in the late evening, and it continues for 2 to 3 hours, and it's very much fun. We all enjoy a lot.
That's very, very, very nice tradition that your the company or the firm has in place, because I very rarely see people dancing around the office. Yeah. Usually I can only understand it when it's beyond tax season or when your tax returns have been filed. But your
tax returns, we take out at least an hour, to just play and have fun, and everyone chills, and it's loved by everyone in the office.
Here's a quick question, because y'all are all millennials or even Gen Zs coming in place, so y'all might be related to emojis, right? So for each partner in your firm, give me a nice emoji, okay? Not using the bad ones, just give me a fun emoji that y'all would represent each partner in your firm with.
I've worked with Saraf sir and Aarti ma'am. For Aarti ma'am, I'll give a winking face, because whenever she cracks a joke on WhatsApp group, she always sends a winking face along with it. And for Saraf sir, there's always a follow-up question whenever you answer something. So there's an emoji with always a question mark there. What will be the next one?
For Mehta sir, I would give the emoji of celebratory face, and for Saraf sir, I think I would give exclamation mark. And one more for Aarti ma'am, I would give the dancing girl one.
So I understand that it's lunchtime, right? And talking about lunch, who doesn't love food? Exhibit A. But nevertheless, because we are all humans, we all love food, right? So what's the one thing that comes in the dabba that everyone attacks on?
The whole team sits together for the lunch. So what happens is there's no one specific item that we all attack on. It's like everyone passes the tiffin around. Everyone has some share of that tiffin. So it's like potluck every day.
Here's the final question which I have for you all. If you all were ever stranded in a deserted island, right? You all have to reach out to one particular partner that is there for food, shelter, clothing, or you all want to vent about something, about a pending file that is there, but you all are stranded in an island. So who would you all reach out to? Oh, okay. So I think Hinesh ji would be like really happy to hear that. Hi Aarti, it was very nice meeting you when Hinesh ji was taking us around the office. So what exactly is your role that you play over here on a day-to-day basis? Walk me through your day.
Okay. So apart from the allocated work areas with respect to service, I take care of training, planning the training sessions for the articles who join us, their induction.
So being with articles, you might be running a lot of young blood through you. So how has that experience been like? You know, tell me about any such instance which you remember where, you know, you found that you learned a lot more from an article than from your peers.
Yeah. So if I say like I have been working through generations, I can say I have been here since 18 years. So every 3 years, the duration of articles here is only 3 years. So I've been through many different generation of articles. Now the current generation is very smart enough. They are very tech savvy. So in fact, I would say we are learning a lot from them with respect to using of technologies and how we should be updated.
So it's like the articles telling you all how you all can improve your automation process of quite a
They
few
do
things.
come with the innovative ideas.
And you all are receptive to.
Yes. We do see that, okay, if it is required or not, and adapt accordingly.
Hi Hiresh ji, it's really nice being introduced to you by Hinesh ji. So I've been told that even you take care of the data security.
Coming to the data, to secure the data exactly. So we have a kind of a backup solutions what we have. So we have 3 types of things what we do. One is a NAS box backup that is already there into the server room. Second is we take the physical backup. So every week, we alternately we bring the external hard disk and we take the backup. But the most important thing what we have done is that we take this as a cloud backup. So every 2 hours, whatever data has been saved, whatever files have been saved, it's been backed up at the cloud. So we have this kind of DRM, what we say, this is called disaster recovery, management, wherein the cloud servers are put to the use and the people can work as they are working in the office.
That's very interesting. So basically you all had a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D before COVID.
Yes.
So given that you manage systems and you have a contingency plan and all of it in place, so how do you manage the articles that are there, or anyone or any CA that is working in your office? How do you manage their day or their collaborative tools that you have to use? Or can you give me insights about that?
Sure. So I'll just tell you, the articles and the employees what are working in the office, or even they are on the audit list. So we have a kind of a assignment allocation tool. Every article is a part of it. When they log in into that particular software, they get the list of the assignments what they have to do. So there is a everyday daily dashboard they need to look into it. They can see, okay, which assignments are due at what time, and how important or critical is that particular assignment. And each partner in this firm, they monitor all the assignments which are allocated to everyone.
Hi, it was very nice meeting you when Hinesh ji introduced me to you. I have a question for you. So, when you talk about managing so much, so I'm sure you must be digitizing some way or the other your processes. So, could you give me insights on that?
So basically, in any CA firm, documentation is the key. So what we do, we have implemented certain applications and tools where we want to, we are processing our audit in a digitized way. We are making documentation in a very digitized way actually.
So Ashish, you also tell me about I do see everyone, only the partners as seated in the cabins. So what kind of policy do you all follow?
So we have something which is known as open door policy, wherein our staff members in our articles, they can approach any of our partners very easily. So we don't have a kind of a hierarchy system wherein the article has to approach a senior manager, then the senior manager will approach a director, then the director will approach a partner. Okay, so if any of our article or if any of our staff, they require some help, they are facing some issues, during for their work, or there is some bottleneck in their work, they want to give some suggestions, they can just knock the door and they can come inside.
So they also told me that you take care of the sustainability aspect across the organization. Could you tell me a little bit more about it?
Our all audit documents, our assessments and all other things, we keep it in the soft copies. Okay, even during our review with our senior partners, we see to it that the soft copies have been shown. Nevertheless, if we require to print a paper, we see to it that the paper has been printed on both the sides, so it reduces the wastages of paper, right? And we try to digitize all the documents. Even we have recently started digitizing our old records, so maybe in the near 1 or 2 years it will be like the whole office will be digitalized.
Hi Ayush, so I see that you're the young blood over here within all the chartered accountants. So can you tell me what you bring to the table and how you bring in different thought processes over here?
Correct. So just a couple of years back, me and my colleague were discussing about how massive the changes and the trends are in the CA profession and how the transformation is like. So we thought we should actually adapt to that kind of change and bring something to the table where and obviously add on certain services which the existing practice is obviously serving to the customers. So we are a group of young people, young and enthusiastic team where we felt that certain services like valuation, assisting in liquidation services for a lot of clients, and right now gift city setups is has become very popular in the last couple of years, especially for investment funds. So we thought, I think we should explore this domain and really offer our kind of expertise, because obviously the firm is existingly offering audit and tax, but we thought why not really add a feather to the hat.
So Rohan, tell me, what, as a young enthusiastic chartered accountant, what do you bring to the table over here? Like Ayush was telling me that he's bringing in a lot of aspects on providing more services, right? So what do you bring in over here?
So it has always been the firm's mantra, to kind of redefine value, and we really wanted to personify the term value for our clients. So what we actually thought and considered is that we should do something that would actually add value to a client's business. So that's how we thought about starting something in business advisory and transaction advisory that would mainly help the client actually get some real and true value in regards of his improvisations and analysis mainly. So that's what we have also started now in our firm.
The face behind the social media. Yeah. So how do you manage that? So is that your passion? Is that something that you're interested in, apart from providing services over here as a chartered accountant?
Yeah, so I mean, people have a very fixed persona that CA is normally a boring and a dull person, a dull course. So I always wanted to, I like things which are more colorful and more lively around me. So I always thought that whatever we do has to come with a thud, with a bang, with some some drums and beats. So that's how and also it is a great thing right now to, especially because we have the Gen Z people who are mainly working in and around us. So they connect the most on social media. So whatever we do, and we try to basically in terms of knowledge updates or new services or in kind of some new connects that we are having, we try to reach out to social media, because I think that's the best connecting factor right now with the generation currently. So
Yeah, like I was just also having a look at your social media channels, and they're quite interesting as to how engaging that you've been keeping your audience. So Siddesh, tell me, like, what do you manage on a day-to-day basis? What exactly do you do? And also, what are the events that you handle? Because I've been told you carry out everything over here that
I do.
relates to it.
So my name is Siddesh Shetty. I'm assistant tax manager in HRD firm. I look after all the events, the functions, the festival celebrations, and the sporting events that happens inside the firm. Everything is organized by me and my team. So starting with the festivals, we celebrate everything, as in Republic Day, Independence Day, Navratri, Diwali, Christmas and stuff. In Navratri, we have 9 different colors for 9 days. We also play Garba during the last day. And for Christmas celebration, it is as good as you will experience it. We are in Europe or something. We decorate our office in such a way. Same goes with Diwali as well. We light up all our office, and it's like truly a home-like environment in our office. So as I told you, we celebrate a lot of events in our firm. So one of the events is such happening in a firm right now. So we celebrate every month's birthday in the next coming month's first day of that month. So right now we're celebrating August month's everyone's birthday today itself.
Oh, that's interesting. I would love to see that.
Please, I'll surely take you there. Please come along with me.
Definitely.
So here we gather everyone together